Hi, my name is Vincent. Today, I would like to talk about one of the most important theories that uses in film and movies, structuralism. Structuralism, the root word is structure. Basically, we are looking at how a story that is structured in the movie. Before we talk about structuralism theory are basically related to another theory, which is semiotics theory. Semiotic theories defines as codes and convention, signs and action, while structuralism are using the elements of semiotics to convey message in films. What does it mean and how does it work in films? Now, before I explain about structuralism, let me tell you some history about this theory.
Came in about in the year of 1879 when Wilhelm Wundt began the first psychological laboratory in Leipzig, Germany. He was a physician, sociologist, philosopher, and professor known today as one of the founders of modern psychology. In psychology, structuralism is a theory of consciousness. Wilhelm Wundt is basically the first person who coined the theory of structuralism, but only from the perspective of language.
Sooner or later, structuralism theory was discussed into the perspective of film by another theorist, Ferdinand de Saussure.
He began to strongly influence English language literacy criticism in the 1950s. Structuralism is an approach to the human science that attempts to analyze any specific field as a set of separate, interrelating parts forming a pattern or a complex system. It was a concept developed by him, and soon structuralism theory was introduced into the film industry by many film critics.
There are few elements that involve in structuralism, which part into three main points, which is narrative structure, editing, and stereotype. Allow me to break into all the points in one by one.
Talk about the points of narrative structure and editing. To have a better understanding of this, let us look into an opening scene of the movie Eyes Wide Shut, directed by Stanley Kubrick, played by Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. In this short opening scenes, you can clearly see that Tom is in his tuxedo suit, picking up important things and ready to go out for a dinner event with Nicole. But how do we get the idea of Tom is ready to go out for dinner with Nicole? It all based on the combination of semiotic codes, signs, through editing in a movie. From Tom wearing the tuxedo suits, picking up his phones and keys, picking up a letter from the cupboard, picking up his wallet, saying that
we're running a little late.
And you can see Nicole is in her dinner dress, and soon they walk out from the door in their hotel room. That explains the points of using a sequence of images to convey an idea of narrative structure and editing.
Lighting, angle, shot duration, juxtaposition, cultural context, and a wide array of other elements can actively reinforce and undermine a sequence meaning. That defined as collusive effects. To talk about stereotype in structuralism, the best example for this point would be Disney princess movie back in the 80s and 90s.
In the typical of Disney princess movie back in the 90s, although there are different kinds of stories, but Disney portrayed all the princesses in one virtues. Like princess always waiting for the Prince Charming to arrive and married with them. There is no bad ending, but good ones to end the story. Villains in all the Disney movies are always get punishment and reward for the heroes that never changed before. This is how Disney set the basic narrative structure in all the princess movie back in the 90s.
So, that's basically the definition of structuralism in films and movies. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Peace.